Bro, can we talk about how in today's economy, if you're not out trying to be a content creator, an entrepreneur, or like an influencer of any type, financially you're cooked. Everything is way too expensive. Now, I'm not stupid. I know there are high-paying jobs out there. I'm talking about the careers you can get that don't require 35 years of med school or taking hundreds of exams that the only people that can pass are like people that are like Sheldon Cooper. The way the economy is moving now, most career jobs that require a bachelor's or master's degree, you know, the ones that got you in like $100,000, $200,000 in debt, those careers are going to have you living comfortably broke, if even that. Now, like I said, doctors, lawyers, all of them, y'all are going to be eating with gold spoons, which you all should, because personally, I'm not smart enough for all that. But that just re-emphasizes my point. Unless you're in sales, real estate, content creation, you start your own business, something entrepreneurial, OnlyFans, doesn't matter. There is a high chance that we're all going to college, getting in massive amounts of debt just to hopefully be comfortably broke. Moral of the story, y'all need to get remote jobs and move out of the country so that maybe you've got a chance of living the American dream.
Hey guys, I am doing a paid promo with Greg from I Need Some Understanding YouTube channel. And he has a pretty new channel and he is trying to grow his channel. His channel is about everything with Black culture. Go and support him, and his link is down in the description below.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cooke. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
I seen this post and it was like, how the economy fails to be shitty as hell when it's time for us to be adults. And honestly, I have like never related to a post more. Cause like back in like 2013, bro, or even before then, like you didn't really need to have like a college degree in STEM to like make like some good money. You get me? Like obviously back in like 2013, maybe even before that, 2009, if you had like a college degree in like engineering or like computer science or blah, blah, you'd make a lot of money. But if you had like a little certification in like a, you know, tech job or like a CNA sort of certification, you could make a pretty like decent living. You get me? Not anymore, boy. Back in like 2011, 12, you could be a CNA making $27 an hour and afford most things in life. You get me? You ain't need a college degree, right? But now, 27 an hour is not getting you nowhere, twin. Like 27 an hour, bro, you're not getting nothing, bro. Like my parents came here, like one of them went to college, but the other one didn't, and they still made a pretty decent living for themselves. But me, bro, I gotta go to school to get an engineering degree, a comp sci degree, or a medical degree. Otherwise, I'm cooked. You know what I'm saying? I'm low-key mad it happened during like when it's time for me to become an adult, because it's like, bro, like you couldn't wait until I was like 50 when I done lived my life already, bro. Like you want to become shitty when I'm old. It is what it is, though.
So I'm 21 years old, and there's sort of a huge problem in our generation that no one really talks about. We just completely are prioritizing convenience over interaction and experience. And we're just going to keep seeing this problem grow and grow with all these new technologies and apps. I'm just going to list out examples so you know what I'm talking about. So instead of going outside and trying to meet people, we use Tinder. Instead of going to a movie theater, we watch Netflix. Instead of riding a bike or walking outside, we get on a treadmill or we buy a Peloton. We DoorDash food instead of driving like 10 minutes to a restaurant and speaking to another human. When we want information, we go to YouTube or TikTok. You know, we don't read about it. We don't go and talk to people and ask about it. I mean, we can literally do everything from our homes. It's kind of crazy. And I'm not saying it's bad to do the other things, but the reason that I'm sort of scared for our generation is that we're going to get so comfortable with using technology that we are just going to not even know how to talk to people anymore. And we're going to be so scared to get outside of our houses. We're not forced to go do things for ourselves. You can make money off your phone. You can get information from your phone. You can get food from your phone. You can get entertainment. You can get a girlfriend from your phone. Like it's crazy. And while some of it is nice, I just think it's important to recognize that and make sure you're still getting real experiences and interactions with other humans.
So
I love how our government doesn't even care to hide their corruption anymore. Like specifically with this whole TikTok ban that was just passed, I love how they decided to just slide it into a bill where we're going to send even more billions of dollars to Ukraine. And then the cherry on top, just to add a little insult to injury, was all the footage of our elected officials in our country's house waving the Ukrainian flag around in support of the bill being passed. Like, how completely stupid is that? At this point, they're so confident that we won't do anything about anything that there's no point in even them trying to hide their bullshit anymore. My favorite line about this whole TikTok ban is how they're doing it for our safety. They don't want our information going to foreign adversaries. That is the biggest load of crap I have ever heard. Hey, here's an idea. If you're so concerned about our safety, why not, I don't know, maybe do a little better to secure the border? Or how about bring down our living costs such as housing, gas, and groceries? Or maybe, just maybe, you crack down on corporate greed so we can raise wages and build up our middle class again so we can actually feel like anything we do is of worth. But nope, let's send another 90 billion to Ukraine. Let's ban an app that 170 million Americans use. Our government has given up on us, bro. They don't care about our problems or our struggles. They don't care that costs keep going up while wages stay the same. They don't care that mega corporations are buying up all the homes in this country, which is preventing my generation or any other future generations from ever having the ability to be homeowners ourselves. They don't care about the fact that our education system has completely collapsed and teachers are quitting in droves. They don't care that most of us are out here having to work 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet and still not be able to afford basic rights like food or housing. They don't care about any of that. But what do they care about? TikTok. That's their priority, TikTok, and sending more of your tax money to foreign countries. And people ask me all the time in my messages, well, what should we do about it? And the honest answer is, I don't know, because what I'm worried about is that we're just too far gone. The level of rot and corruption has gone so far deep into every fabric of our society that it almost feels impossible to get out of this. I mean, think about the fact that to this day, they are still protecting the names of the people that were on that fucked up island. Why? If they won't even tell us that, what makes you think we even have a remote chance of fixing this shit? So I don't know. This has become so depressing that I don't even want to continue to make content about it anymore, because it's not like we need to bring any more awareness to all of this corruption. We all know what's going on. The only thing left to do, it seems, is to just sit back, pray, and hope for the best, and try to be as optimistic about it as we can. Hope that maybe when the last of the boomers who are in control die off, that maybe our generation can make things right. We'll see, but they don't even want us to have TikTok anymore, dude. Like, that's how fucked up this whole thing has become. They are so scared of us and our potential and the ability to communicate and share information with each other that they're gonna take this app away from us. That's how fucked up it's become. So I don't know, man. From now until that day comes, I think I just want to talk about relatable things or funny things instead of political and controversial things. Because the way this world is going, whatever time we do have left, I want to spend it trying my best to smile and laugh instead of constantly talking about all this negativity. The bad guys have won, y'all. Let's just try and have a good time with whatever time we still have left.
I really feel like this generation is cooked, and I'm gonna tell you why. Why was I just in the tire shop and there was like a little waiting room where there was about 4 seats, I want to say. There was one guy, another guy, and me. One of the dudes had his bag in the 4th seat. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. He was already ticking me off because he had his volume on high in public. And when people do that, I'm just like, who raised you? Seriously, it's rude. Anyway, this little girl walks in and she immediately goes and stands in the corner. I'm sitting there for like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes go by. Bruh does not move his bag for her to sit down at all. Like, he don't even care that she's standing up. And honestly, all of us is there to get something done that's not going to happen quickly or be done in a matter of minutes. So why would you not let shorty sit down? I literally looked at this man and said, is that your bag over there? He said yes. And I said, do you mind moving it so that I can sit down? And he was like, yeah, nah, you good. I immediately told the other girl, I'm like, you could take this seat and I'm gonna go sit over there. She was standing for so long, y'all. Like, I cannot believe he did not move his bag. He didn't get up, nothing. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who raised him, and I'm not saying all men are like this as of now, but it's like there is complete disregard for women. I mean, utter disrespect. And it's unacceptable, for real.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
Hey, Gen Z, younger millennials, government here. Why aren't y'all having any babies?
I'm going to tell you why Gen Z birth rates are going down. That's why I'm 26 with one child. I'll give you a little story time about a conversation that I had when I was out with some girls I went to high school with. So the conversation was about having kids if you can't financially support them. One of my ex-friends was like, oh, well, you don't have to be financially stable to have a child. You just need to bring them in with love and they'll be okay. And her other friend agreed with her and was like, oh, yeah, I agree with that. Like, you need to be surrounded by love. Like, I appreciate the times was hard and my mom still kept a straight face. I'm like thinking in my head, girl, do you not know how much it took for your mom to keep a straight face? Especially in like any times like this, I could only imagine the stress our generation has. Rent is high as fuck. Housing market is high as fuck. Now the mortgage rates are high as fuck. Gas is high. Everything is dried up. A lot of people are depressed and like offing themselves because of poverty, struggling.
Yeah, I am so frustrated with everything between late-stage capitalism, traffic, the 9-to-5 structure. I literally cannot do this. I had a complete meltdown yesterday because I'm like, this is just too much, and I don't know who put me into this world to do this. Actually, I do know. It was my parents, and I had a meltdown with them because why would you do this to me? So the meltdown started yesterday because I didn't leave work until 7 p.m. yesterday. 7 p.m. If you cannot guess, I work in corporate America. That is the first time I've actually done that at this job because I just got put on a new team, and honestly, I like the team. I like the work. Management is really great. People I work with is really great. So it's not like it's actually a pretty healthy work environment. But the fact that I did not leave my job until 7 p.m. Had me like hysterical last night. And like truthfully, I just don't want my life to revolve around work. And I think no matter how hard you try, if you're in the system, if you're a cog in the wheel, your life will. Like, I play tennis, I travel, I try to do things outside of work, but I still feel like the older I get, like the more my life will have to revolve around work because that's just the American way. And I won't even say just the American way because in other countries they have other problems that may not be our exact problems, but there is no utopia anywhere. It's like we're all in a system. The system just looks differently depending on the perspective you're looking at it, right? So I'm really frustrated right now because I'm trying to go to the gym because if I don't work out, if I don't eat healthy, then I'm only gonna have to rely on Big Pharma. So I'm trying to go to the gym. I leave the house 2 hours before I need to get to work, right? Boom, I hit Atlanta traffic. I guess it was an accident. I don't know what happened. I see police and stuff. And it's just like, fuck me. I spend so much of my life now sitting in traffic since I moved to Georgia. Like, I didn't even want to move to Atlanta, but here I am. The traffic here is horrendous. I spend so much of my life sitting in a freaking office. Like, I'm like, this just can't be my life. I am just so overwhelmed with this feeling, and I think this shit is depressing. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to live for the rest of my life for the next 30 years, just waking up, sitting in an hour of traffic, going to work, to sit in the office for 8 to 9, shit, maybe 10 hours, to then drive another 40 minutes, an hour back home. Like, I don't know how our, like, parents and generation did this for 30 years, but, like, I literally cannot. You can always see my eyes are getting glossy because I'm like fighting back another meltdown because I'm just like, this is so depressing. Like, how, like, what do I do? And I think there is no really answer. Like, I gotta go to work because no work, no money, no bills. You know what I mean? No bills we pay. Like, it's like you really don't have a choice but to be a cog in the system, be a cog in the wheel. Like, you don't have a choice. And I think the fact that I have no other option, I have no other choice, is just even more depressing.
She is absolutely right. It is so hard to just manage your time. It's very hard to just balance everything out. It's extremely hard, especially if you want a life outside of work. Like, there's hardly any time. You only have a few hours to work out and eat. That's it. That's all you get. Just a few hours to yourself, but the rest of the time you're either in the office working or you're in traffic for at least 30 minutes to an hour each way. So about an hour to 2 hours of traffic with and about 8 to 10 hours of work per day. So half your day is in traffic or, you know, working. And it sucks, honestly, it sucks. It really does.
America is such a freaking scam. It don't make no sense. Let's say you work hard, right? So you go and buy you a house with a mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Now let's say you work 30 years to pay off your mortgage. You know, you pay it on time. You get it done, right? And on year 31, you fall sick and you can no longer work. Now let's say you no longer have income, which means you cannot pay your property taxes anymore. They are going to come take your house, even though you worked 30 years to pay your shit off and you paid it on time and you finished it and you got it done. You still don't technically own the fucking land. I just think that's crazy. And I just feel like once we pay off the house, I feel like that should be it. It shouldn't be no property taxes after that. Like, I think that's crazy. And we have no choice but to fucking deal with it. That's the American dream. A fucking scam. These days, it's literally no point in renting because you're going to be paying like $1,700 for a fucking 2-bedroom. And that's if you want to live in a decent community. Now, you can go to the hood, pay about $900, but who the fuck want to live in the hood? It's like we can't win. Like, a part of becoming an adult is just realizing, bro, this shit is fucked up. We can't win. And it's a scam!
I am a single woman. I have a good job. I make decent money. I own a home. I own businesses. I do all these things so that I can have a good amount of money back at the end of the year. And still yet, after filing my fucking taxes, I'm not getting anything back. My question is just like, after all of these things, what else do I need to do? I mean, even if I got married, like, I don't even really see that being a true benefit to me being able to get my money's worth out of living in America. It's a fucking, just a money suck, energy suck, time suck. It's like living in a slave fucking wage all the time. No matter how much money you make, things go up in price. Everything's just more expensive. It's so fucking hard to live here, and I'm really just getting so tired of it. I can't stand it anymore. I think the hard truth of the matter is that America is set up to not allow me to succeed with ease. And I'm still going to keep fighting. I'm still going to achieve everything I want to achieve and gain everything that I want to gain. However, I don't know if this is the environment to thrive in. I think that I need to wake up to the harsh reality that I already knew, which is the American dream is a figment of my fucking imagination. That shit is not designed. It doesn't exist in this timeline right now for my generation and the future generation. That shit has dissipated with our parents and grandparents. And I don't know why I keep sticking around thinking that things are going to turn around when in reality it hasn't, and it's getting worse. And why am I just putting up with the abuse instead of leaving? It's like, it doesn't even actually make sense.
She is absolutely right. It is incredibly hard to live in the States, especially as a young person who is, you know, just starting out life. How are we supposed to thrive in America these days? In this economy, how are we supposed to figure out life and just be successful one day and work things out for ourselves and for our children? How are we supposed to do it? Things always increase in price. Things are just always moving up. Except our pay. Except the pay. So it's like, how then? Even with 2-3 jobs, still scraping by, then how do they expect us to make it? Or should they even expect us to make it? Because at this point, they know that 90% of us are just struggling. Or even higher, 95% of us can be struggling. But the thing is, do they really care? Do the people in power, those who already have their life set up, do they actually care about who's thriving and who's not? About how expensive things are? Do they actually care? The answer is no. So where can we really go from here? I'm not sure where to go, but something has to change. Something really has to change.
This message is for the millennials, specifically the mid to late millennials. You guys fall in the neighborhood of late 20s to early 40s, especially if you're the ones that did everything your parents asked you to do, right? You went to college or you went to a trade school, and then you finally get your big boy or big girl job, right? And you start to get your coins up, and then boom, the economy goes to shit, and here we are. And you can't afford to buy a house. It's difficult to rent. Interest rates are sky high. Groceries are higher than ever. And so I just want you to know that the next time you hear someone in your family that's in my generation, I'm 60, discount the fact that it's harder for you than it was for us, I want you to show them this video, because I'm going to share a few statistics from when I was your age. So listen, I got my first apartment in 1986. It was $675 a month. It was a 1-bedroom. 1-bedrooms in California right now are going for somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,900 to $2,000. That's the average. It can get higher and it can get lower, but the average is somewhere around $2,000 a month for a 1-bedroom. Then in 1992, I bought my first house in Southern California for $178,000. The interest rate was like a 7.5%, and it was in a great neighborhood. At the time, I was making $21,000 a year, and I think my ex-husband might have been making somewhere around $30,000 a year at best. We had 2 cars. We had money to spare, money to save. There was plenty of money left over, and 2 kids. So what prompted me to do this video is I saw a creator this morning. He looked to be about my age, and he's going on this tangent. And he's saying, millennials, y'all just lazy, and we did this and we did that. It is not the same. It is apples and oranges, okay? So some of us do see you. We recognize that. I have kids that are millennials. My son is 35 and my daughter's 32. I know what you guys are facing, okay? I still encourage you, whatever little bit of money you have left, save it. I stick to that. But we also know that these are different times. And so for those of you in my generation, knock it off, because y'all know damn well these kids are not facing the same things that we faced in the 80s, all right? Love y'all, bye.
Our economy is so effed and so broken. Like, I don't think people who are wealthy are really understanding what's going on with our prices. Like, I just bought 12 things at Target. Only 2 of them were like brand name. Most of them were like Target items that I could not get at like Costco or Walmart, and literally $79.69. Like, I don't understand, you guys. I literally don't understand how literally just a couple of items was so freaking expensive. Like, it's so frustrating seeing older people on this app and also say out on the news like, oh, like, just eat in, save money. Me and my husband, we never eat out. But it's also like, who can eat out with these prices for groceries?
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.